Hello, hello, hello. This is Darcy, and I wanted to show you what I made for my mother-in-law. I guess I should stick that in there somewhere. Well, first, when I did a live with Penny, I made this cute little book, and I made it so the pages are, where's the middle? Removable. So I also made her an extra set of pages. So this is the one she can just stick in her book. Put a little stamp in the front there. She's a homemaker. She's not ashamed of that. She's pretty happy about it. Got a little pocket back here. And then has her name on the front. And then I do have this string to tie it with, but if she's going to keep it in her purse, it might be easier to use the clip. So I'm giving her the clip as well. And I'm just going to tie a bow over here. And I think I'll double knot it, actually. It's probably a little longer bow than I need. Hold on. I'll do that afterwards. So I just am using that to clip it since it's going to go in her purse, and that'll just be simple and easy. So this is the cover. Life is too short, like the bowl. So I sewed this whole cover on, and then later came back and I glued the eyelet and this fabric and this card on, and then I sewed zigzag around here, had a little mess up, and then sewed straight stitch around that, and then also just to make sure this stayed, the rickrack is to hide the raw edge, and then I just did a straight line there just to keep that holding on, and then I just put another piece of rickrack inside to hide it. And then this is a piece of lace from my wedding dress, and that's a piece of lace from my wedding dress, and then we have a little pocket in the front where she can stick like her current recipe maybe or whatever that she wants to work on. And then it says Happy Mother's Day. I couldn't have asked for a better mother-in-law because I do have an awesome mother-in-law. Now I tried making a fabric pocket here and I thought I had it right, but then when I sewed across here, it sewed across the top. So now it's just like a layered and added that pocket. So the first signature is these are like the little one. The pages can come out. So you can see the pages can come out. So she can switch them around, or if she wants to, you know, take some out, add some in, she can. So, oops, this is a little tiny altered paper clip. I think I'll stick it right here. So then we have this from the was it Carta Bella paper, and then I put on a red doily. Red is her favorite color, so I've got the red doily in there, and then I had a raw edge on that red doily I didn't like, so I just added a pocket there and one of the cards. And then there was a little catalog I had, and I just fussy cut it out, little pictures you'll see throughout the book, and then my hand-dyed papers. And this I got from Graphics Fairy. Had a tomato one. I don't know what happened to it. And then this was paper from who knows where. It says welcome to our coop. And then I went through my mom's old church recipe books. And this was scripture cake. My mother-in-law will she'll like that. She'll get a kick out of that. And then I added just some plain paper for her to do notes on and whatnot with the carrots on the bottom. They have a nice good sized garden, and she does canning and stuff, and these little yo-yos I cut out from that catalog. And this is from a Gyo I said her name right the other day, didn't I? Fujikawa. Gyo Fujikawa. It's actually from a board book. So I ripped it off and then glued it on and sewed it on to a piece of paper. It looks like spring is here. Let's grow a garden full of good and tasty vegetables. And then cooking is made visible. Another little fussy cut from the catalog. A dictionary page with vegetables. Religious freedom. That's just a stamp there. And then some vintage ledger paper. Thank you. and some more hand dyed, and then that was just cut out from that catalog, the Yo-Yo quilt, and another stamp. More Gyo Fujikawa, and I didn't want to lose any of that little garden page. And a doily on this hand dyed paper. More fussy cutting. Another pocket here with more fussy cutting. And then a little thing she could write a recipe or journal in there. Guest check. And then that was from the paper kit. And that's from some wallpaper. I just fussy cutted that out. More journaling space there. This was from my Graham and Barb gave me. This is from a really old refrigerator that they had. You know, the book that comes with the refrigerator. So I stuck that in the middle, preparing fruit for your home time bank. And then this has a little pocket in here with a little thing I made. That was also with Penny, a little envelope. And then that can just tuck like that. And then if she wants to be able to read this, she can take this out to read it or just read around it. And I've got this online. I thought that was great, the canning. And then I just have some different recipe cards I stuck all throughout. And more of my hand-dyed papers. The other side of this, added some lace on there. And then one of my masterboard cutouts from one of my, tag from one of my masterboards. And then I added a couple little notes. You're uniquely and wonderfully you, that she can find. And then more fussy cutting from that catalog. I think it's a catalog that she would definitely buy from the other side of that Gyo page. And I had made these for my aunt for her garden. And I made extra ones for her garden journal. And then I had printed another page because my printer was messing up. And so I just used them in here. And that's from the paper set. The rest of those pages, and that's, whoops, the other side of the little Gyo page, and that's from the paper set. To plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow. And then I put the vintage thing, the vintage word card, vocabulary card for Mother. And another card, and then just put a little bird down there just for fun. And there's the tomato. Just turn these into corner pockets. And another recipe, buttermilk brownies. I think there was some peanut butter stuff in there because she likes peanut butter. Nope, forgotten cookies, brown sugar cookies. I just like the color. That particular cookbook had some interesting colors. And then a little notebook with different dyed pages in it and a little tuck in the back. And then another little note that just says you are loved, that she'll find eventually. Another stamp, another pocket, another recipe. And this is a background card I had painted, and so I just stuck this drywall stuff on here. Her husband actually used to do drywall, and she can journal on the back or write a recipe on the back or whatever I'm recording right now. Another pocket here with just some random papers in there. I printed that off. This is one of my Rolodex cards I hand dyed. And a coloring page, which is dyed on the other side. And then, like I said, her favorite color is red. So I tried, and then a Peanuts dictionary page, another kind of vintage ledger, more hand dyed paper, a little stencil of a bird, and then some bee stuff because you need bees for garden. And then another pocket, another tag from the masterboard I made at one point, and then American music. Her husband and children are very much, or her son is very much into music. Another card and a vintage flash card, even though she hates math. It was just vintage and cute. Little butterfly, a little tuck right here. So we got the time card, which has a watch with a flower, another recipe card, and then a couple more recipe cards, and a tea-dyed index card. And then we have a little pocket here that has those couple things, and another tag that I did some distress inks, and the napkin. We haven't even got to the best. And then we got a little chicken page. Well, no, chicken page is coming. This is a flip up And I did a little sewing around there, and got more of this, more of the tea dyed. They smell a little bit. I use cinnamon and tea, so it's got, and then graph paper, more vintage, more hand dyed paper, more little cutouts. And this is from Old Maid Game, Gardner Green, and another thing. Oh, and this pocket is just a weird pocket. It would be, there's two smaller pieces of paper. So this paper just goes to here, and then this paper goes around and is glued on the bottom. So that's a pocket, and then this is just decorative and kind of a space between the two pockets. And then this, when my mother-in-law's mom passed away last year, 2018, I had all their stuff to shred, all their old checks and stuff like that, and this was in there, and it was kind of a back and forth between her parents, and she doesn't know I have that, so that's a surprise for her. So I got the Old Maid card and a recipe card, and then a little, well, take off that front page, it's a mess, just a little notepad for her to use, and a dyed guest check she can write on. And that was from the paper pack, and then this was also from that catalog, just did that. And then I used my big eyelets to do the, because I need to use them, I mean I bought them, should use them. And then this gorgeous page from Gyo Fujikawa, it's the Gardener. There were some rips when I pulled it out, and then it was 2 pages, and I wanted it to be a full spread like that, so I used some washi tape. The gardener does not love to talk, he makes me keep the gravel walk, and when he puts his tools away, he locks the door and takes the key away behind the curtain row where no one else but cook may go. Far in the plots I see him dig, old and serious, brown and big. He digs the flowers green, red, and blue, nor wishes to be spoken to. He digs the flowers and cuts the hay, and never seems to want to play. Silly gardener, summer goes, and winter comes with pinching toes. When in the garden, bare and brown, you must lay your barrow down. Well now, and while the summer stays, to profit by these garden days, oh, how much wiser you would be to play at Indian wars with me. So my mother-in-law will like that, I think. I had to keep, my pages kept, as I got thicker, I had to keep folding my pages in more. And then somebody's getting something to drink. Apparently that's water being poured into a cup and not anything else. Another card that I painted with acrylics and did the stenciling with the gesso. And then that was from a book. And I turned these coupons into a pocket. And somebody's thirsty. This is from an I Spy game. And this is from another, different Old Maid game, Gardener. This is just more journaling space there. We have Mama Maria, since this is for Mama. And more journaling space, more journaling space, journaling space. And there's the chickens. We got the little eggs and the little chick. And there's eggs in this, the roosters and hens. This wreath has eggs. So I kind of made that a little chicken page. And then there's the other side of that wreath. And then on the opposite end, where's the opposite end? Is this pocket here. So that's how I connected this, because it was just the one page. More journaling space, and more fussy cutting. Love the little red bowls. And then a little pocket here. Another tag that I painted. Just left it plain. This is kind of her hubby pocket, I guess, because it's got the 2 guys going fishing, and then the 2 guys hunting. She'll get a kick out. Her husband does both those things, so she'll get a kick out of that. And the rest of the peanuts, there was pumpkins on it. That's why I used that particular one. The rest of that, more journaling space, and really thick. I know it's too much. She can take some out though. Then that is from that master board that I did. And another recipe card, another card from the set, which I got at the paper. I think they sell it online too. I got it at the Cartabella set. I got it at, so yeah, nice and thick. But I used an eyelet right here. And then you can just wrap it around a couple times and pull that down like that, and it holds it shut. really simple. So that's what I made for my mother-in-law, and I was trying to get it ready before tomorrow because my husband is going to be helping his dad move a wood stove, so he can either give it to him or bring it to her, depending on if he goes down or not. So yeah, I had fun making it, and she's one of my biggest fans, so I think she'll like it. She loved, when I showed her some of my other ones, she really liked how colorful they are. So I made sure it was colorful and unique to her. So I really like how the eye came out and all the cover. All right, thanks for watching. Have a delightful day, everybody. Much love.